talk to them once we've got the fish in a barrel. Okay. So our content is like, you guys know what I mean when I say chum, like you're chumming the waters.
Yeah.
So think of this social media out here is you're just basically chumming the waters, getting the attention. Okay. You're out here just putting out content that's very specific, it's very focused, it's very simple. And this gets them to come be in this bucket here. And then once they're in here, that's where all the money's made. All the money's made in your email. It's no different than being out here in social media. It's just when they're in the email, we have more control of what they're going to see. We can know that the content we're putting out will get to them. Because sometimes when you post content, you don't know if it's going to your perfect person, right? You're just hoping it does. You're hoping it lands, right? And so the way we get people in here is through curiosity plus benefit. Okay, I just wanted to lay these like little ground rules here because you want to get real good at this. Next week at 1 o'clock Central Time, I'm going to be doing a 1-hour workshop. It's free to come. It's only going to be for people on my email list. So if you're hearing this and you're not, make sure you're on there, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the 5 things I do every single week or every single day to make money. I'm not saying it's for you, but if you come to that workshop, you can at least scratch it out. You can at least scratch that itch. You can see, is it for me? Can I do this? And I just want to be real straight with you. I want to be real easy with you to do this, because that's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people come to events. Always write that down. You can turn anything into an event. I just made an event, right? Get real good at this. People come to events. Get real good at this. How can you make an event out of, let's see, your customer? Who's the customer?
Me?
Beautiful, beautiful color.
Grams.
Grandmas? What kind of an event could we do next week at whatever time would work perfect for you for 1 hour on Zoom?
On Zoom?
What's a neat like thing? I'm doing a grandma's get rich workshop. I'm serious. I'm doing a 1-hour grandma's get rich workshop, and I'm going to show you how grandma hours a day from anywhere they want to be at, as long as they have internet, what they have to do, how it works, and I'm going to break that down. And any questions you have, come ask them. You know, you don't bring your purse. I got you. This is just to learn, right? People come to events. I'm only letting so many people in, so make sure that you're on my email list, because I'm just sending it out to my email list. Get good at doing that all the time. People come to events. I'll never forget, and this, forget about the numbers, but I'll say it anyway. I'll never forget when Grant Cardone, he goes, we never sold a $150,000 digital product until we offered it. So people come to events. Okay. So we only have to get people through this. They're going to go through this stage, whether you do it for them or help them or not. People become aware. Just think like, they're like, oh, I didn't know that. So when you do a piece of content, you're trying to get them to go, oh, like their eyes open. Like, did you know grandmas can make $900 a day working 2 hours a day? I know that sounds silly, maybe to you, because it's not normal, right? Well, I'm going to be doing a little workshop, totally free. It's an hour. Okay, come check it out. Just give them the Zoom link. You send the Zoom link out in the email. That's it. Show up, and you're going to take them through a little structure. I'll show you the little structure here at the end, but you're going to take people from, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that, to, oh, that's how it works. It makes sense to me. I know the details aren't there, but it makes sense to me. I don't know if I can do it or not yet, but I'm sure with a little bit more convincing, they say, I want this to be real. But maybe if they show me some like testimonials, maybe if they prove it a little bit, I can get on board with this. I can try it, right? So just think like in this first stage, they're just like, this is real, and people like me are doing this. Like possibility, like it's possible. Did you know you can make what you make in a year in a month working a third of the time from anywhere? Did you know that? Now I know that isn't it's weird, right? Like, come on, sure. I've had to work 40, 50 hours my whole week. I'm sure you're feeling like that.
Yeah.
I felt that way too.
Yes.
But guess what? We're gonna sift this out. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna make it worth your time to understand this. Okay. Come check out. Just see what's possible. I'll show you proof. This is the kind of talk you're having. You want when you're doing your content, you want to in your content just how you talk. Like how you talk. Speak to text is such a great thing. Like speak to text is such a great thing. Sometimes when you speak to your like phone about an idea and then you like look at it, like just speak it out, you look at it like, this is simple, I can do this, right? Keep it like whenever you're doing content, sometimes we get like, especially in the beginning, and I was horrible at this because I sold cars, because I'm always like, all right, hey, and I get like that. And it's like, yeah. And I'm like, why do I act like that? When I talk to them in person, I don't act like that. So you want to get really comfortable with being like just yourself. I always had people in my Make Once program, they're like, it's so hard to be myself. Yeah, it is. So this first thing you have to do, people are going through this regardless. Think about awareness. Oh, my knee hurts. What do I do? Geez, how am I going to fix this? How am I going to fix this? And then they're like, all right, well, they said you got to have this. They go to the store and they look and there's 4 of those creams. And now they're like, well, which cream do I get? That's the decision stage. Here's how you get people to make a decision. Write this down. Decision equals, we'll just put it right here. So decision equals remove options. Okay?
Oh,
Okay? Decision equals remove options. Okay, you have option A, you have option B, and you have option C. Let's look at the pros and cons of each of these. And when you get done explaining that, they should know, it should be completely obvious which one is the right one. I'm sure if you're trying to make money online and you're still following me, I'm sure you're probably like, wow, I wanted to make money online. And then I go out and I try to like figure out how to make money online. And I didn't realize there's all these like things. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 main things that people try to do to make money online. And I'm going to show you why I chose the one that I'm doing. I'll show you the pros and cons of all of them and why it's just a no-brainer why I'm doing mine. So I'm going to explain MLM versus what I'm doing. I'm going to explain drop shipping versus what I'm doing. I'm going to explain getting a side hustle and selling widgets on Etsy compared to what I'm doing.
do you have a video of that already? Or?
Well, yeah, I mean, I have tons of videos of it. Yeah. So when you get done explaining it, it should just be like, they should be like, obviously you would do this one, right? That's how you get somebody to make a decision is you give them their options. Because if you don't, here's what they'll do. This sounds really good, but let me think about it. All they're saying there is, okay, I've got your side of like your thing. Let me go see what else there is so I don't make a bad decision and get hurt. Let me go make sure I know all my options before I pick yours. Because I've tried so many things and it's just like I don't want to make another mistake. So let me look over this. If you do that work for them, they don't have to leave. Be like, I know you're gonna want to go out and see. Man, there's I've heard about drop shipping, I've heard about this, crypto, AI agents, like all this crazy stuff, whatever it is. And I know that you're gonna want to go check those out because you don't want to get burned again, most likely. But I saved you the time. I broke it all down right here. You can fact check it. You can check everything out. I broke it all down here. Let's take a look at it. And just do a simple video. How many's on TikTok? Like that's the sole channel. Most of us, okay. How many of you at the top of your TikTok, okay, there's like your profile, you've got your bio link here, and then you've got those first 10 videos here, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which videos do you have pinned at the top?
2 videos where I have the most views. It's I'm talking about I'm standing outside my house here in Sweden and I found something. Blah blah blah. I don't recall it.
What is your strategy behind your top pin posts? Like, what are you trying to accomplish there? You said one was the most views.
Yeah, both of them, and so I thought
Yeah,
this would be very.
Cold or room temperature?
it doesn't matter. Just yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is. The
Here. Just sit down. Just
Yeah.
do this with me. Well, I'll look at that. No. I like you can do it. No problem. No problem.
Okay.
I just. What is your strategy behind it? Do you have an idea? Is there a strategy? Like, are you like, I'm putting these here because I wanted to do this?
Because Michelle said to introduce us with video. So
Mhm.
keep that first and foremost so that people know who you are and who you're trying to help with what.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So most people up here, when I go look, they just got their best videos pinned up there. It gives them a little credibility, authority. It's kind of like these. Obviously, this was viewed the most. So maybe if I put it at the top, it'll be the
Yeah.
best chance. You know,
Yeah,
it's my
that's-
best performing thing, right?
Yeah, that's me.
But what if up here you have awareness, consideration, and decision?
Oh, okay.
What if when you did a video everywhere else, you did a little short video, you say, listen, obviously in this TikTok, I can't cover everything here, but don't worry. I have 3 5-minute videos pinned to the top of my account where I go through the problem you might be facing so that you can see if you identify with it.
Yeah.
I also go through how it works. I give you this, you'll know by this video how it works and is that something you actually want to do? Because it might not be for you, right? It's not for everybody. It's just for certain people. Okay. And then the last one is I just break down why I chose this and why I'm doing this.
Okay.
And then all of these are going to, point to the link in the bio at the end of the day. So,
Question. So our intro video we just did, what we do,
mhm.
that would be our awareness one. Is that correct?
Yeah. So
Could be.
talking about what you do is, it'd be more of an awareness. They're learning about you. Okay. With the awareness video, basically what you're trying to do is get them alerted by pain. Okay. How many people have back pain here? For real. Okay. If you're walking somewhere and you're like, do you have back pain? You instantly kind of like turn your radar on right away, right? And you're like, it's probably just some ad, whatever. But it gets you, right?
Well.
The fastest way to like get somebody's attention is define their pain to them.
Mhm.
How could they know that if they didn't know this stuff? Like that's the easiest way to connect with people. I hear it all the time. Like I hear the little pockets here. It's like, you struggle with that too. Let's come over here and talk about it.
Yes.
And but this is normal. This is human behavior. So if you talk about pain, you're going to get relation going right away. Okay. You're going to get it going right away. So we have to talk about what's possible. We have to get them clear on, I finally understand how this works. If you don't know how something works, your confidence is really low with it. Here's how to make money online. My confidence isn't there. I hear that all the time. That's why we're saying, how do you say like money and time without saying money and time? And it was beautiful what we came up with, right? But if you hear that and you're like, but I have no idea at all how that works, your confidence level and your interest level is very vague until you like get more details about it, right? And then will this work for me? And you'll help. So in the decision stage, all they're looking for is like confidence. How do you prove confidence in this program? What's one way? Testimonies. It's like the best way. All right.
Comparison to something different,
Yep.
which is not as good as this program.
Beautiful. Yep, that's the second way. Yep, that's perfect. So, and then what do you want more than anything when you start something new?
Oh, guidance.
Yep. Those are the 3 ways that you give them confidence. Look at these other people. Look what I've done if you've done something, or look what I'm doing. Look at these other people, just like you. And then what I love about this is the support we get. Look at this community. Look at these people helping. Look at this event I was at. Look at this stuff that they're doing. Look at the event my friends in this business went to, right? Look at these calls we get each week. Wouldn't that be nice? Imagine you got into something and you got a couple calls a week where you could ask questions to the people that were doing really, really well with it. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
Cool. So then the other thing is like, hey, I want to help save you time. I know it's tough out there. It's like, it's almost like mind-boggling how many different things there are. I get it. And I've been through the struggle and I did the research and I'm going to save you so much time. In this video, I'm going to go over the 5 most common things that people do to make money online and show you why I chose the fifth one.
Okay.
The first one, and you go right into it. Here's the big problem I see when somebody goes into a video. Okay, so let's just pretend this is the.
Say, oh, which one I chose and why. And you don't tell them which one it is, and they have to watch the video.
100%.
That's that curiosity, because they're like, well, which one did you choose? Which one did you choose?
Okay, when I see people do videos, they'll, if they have a hook, we all have trouble with the hook, and I get it. That was the big. I heard about the hook all the time, and I never did it. I agreed with the hook. Oh, you gotta do a hook, but I never did it. I just would always start my video, whatever felt comfortable for me, because it was hard enough to do it anyway, because it was weird.
Yeah.
So I was like, but it was like, done's better than perfect, or like, you know, it's just a weird little psyche thing that you go through. Every video that I do still to this day, right now, if I went to shoot a video right now, I'd kind of have to like get in a little mind frame. I'd kind of have to like clear my head and be like, what's the one idea I want to get across in this video? Just every video that you do, what's the one person you're talking to? Okay, what's the one idea you're going to get across? You know, what's the one point you're trying to make? And keep it that simple. And what's the one thing you want them to do? So, one idea, one person, one action. That's all I ever think about. That's it. That's all it's got to be. Nothing more, nothing less. But here's what I see happen. We already got shorter attention spans than a goldfish. Facts. Like, you should prove it, right? So when we hook somebody and we say, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that I do every single morning to grow my business online and be able to work from anywhere. I didn't say I made money. I didn't say anything else. Just grow my business so I can work from anywhere and do the things that I want to do. I'm going to show you 3 things that I do every day. And then here's what happens. There's like a minute or two where you're blah, 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 blah. You're just going, it's not your fault. It's just a supernatural thing we do. You're trying to come up with it. Like, it's hard. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, I didn't want to say this, and now I'm off on this thing, and you kind of lose it, right?
Yeah.
If you have 3 things, right after you say that, I have 3 things that I want to share with you. Here's number 1. We'll right into it. So this first thing should be 10 seconds or less. I'd like to see 5 seconds. Okay. Like 3 to 5 seconds would be great. Just one sentence. Okay. Get that one sentence hook and then go right into it. Okay. When you watch a show, it doesn't turn on and it's like, you're watching Love Island. And then it turns on and a second after it, they're like, commercial break. They get you bought in first. They get you sucked into the story first. Then we can break for a commercial. Okay. So when we do a hook in that first 10 seconds in this video, you know, you might be like, yeah, I want to make the money online thing, but you're like completely scared about it. And I get it. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that help me get over the scare and the worry of doing an online business. Number 1, get right into it. Right into it. They're like, oh, finally. That's what they'll say in the comments, for real. They'll say, finally, somebody just gets to the point, right? I don't know how many videos I watch, and I'm like skipping to it. I'm like, can you just tell me how to fix the door? Like, because they'll be like, in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix the door that is broken, the exact problem you have. Now, I work for a place, and I do this, and my name's Bob, and I've been doing it, and I'm like,
What is the answer?
give me the answer, right? So if you jump right into it, it's like, in videos that do that now, I'm like, oh, thank you. So good. But if there's 3 things, you do 1, you do 2, and you're like, now 3 is really important. If you mess 3 up, things probably not going to work. But before we get into number 3, I don't know if you know this, but I have this system. Okay. I call it my 2x9. It's basically a 2-hour per day blueprint where you can make $900 a day. And that's just kind of the minimum. You can do as much as you want. I'm not saying it's for you, but it's down in the description, or go watch the videos pinned to the top of my page. You can learn about it there. If that interests you at all, what I said. Okay. Now, number 3. Boom. So you have this huge value piece right here. Okay. So you've got, if you see, this is a very simple structure for every piece of content you'll ever do till you die. Okay. It can follow this right here, and it can work for you beautifully. Hook, get right into the meat. Drop your commercial halfway. After you've like, you know how a song kind of works up to this big drop sometimes? or like, in a movie, we're working up to this big climax. Okay. It's like right before then, Love Island, I don't know why I keep talking about Love Island, but it's like what we watch to chill out. All the time at the end of every one of them, they're always doing this like series of videos because they want to buy you in, keep watching. At the end of all of them, they're like, Tiffany will come through the door and Bob will be kissing Sarah and she'll be like, oh. And then it ends and it's like next episode, right? So that's kind of what you're doing here. It's like that build up before the major punch, right? And then what action do we want them to take? Most of the time, the actions you want them to take, go watch my pinned videos. If you get more session watch time, all these pinned videos are taking them to the link, right? But if this is just the rule, if you can get people to watch 3 of your videos in a row, you're going to get some extra credit and free traffic. I'm dead serious. And then rely on those other videos to get them to the link, to get them to the email list. Okay. It's cool. The action can be like, what was out of these 3 things that I shared with you, which one of those do you think would be the hardest for you? Let me know down in the comments. Then go down there and help them and say, that's a great question. I can see why you're struggling with this. Go check these videos out. I think they're going to help you a lot too. Let these videos do your work. Those will get you into the email too. And look, 2 out of 10 videos are, this is my style, Shah's your style, but I'm telling you, this works pretty good, okay? 2 out of 10 or 3 out of 10 videos, you can hard call to action, down, let's go, I'll send you the link, let's go. That can be just fine, okay? The point is nobody gets married and has kids on the first date. Yeah, okay. And if they do, run, right? This is not.
Yeah.
So we want to take them on lots of dates. We want to get really connected with them. We want to build a connection with them. We want them to know us and like us and trust us.
Yeah.
We want them to see that we're actually here to help them. We're not just trying to, get another customer, right? They need to really know that you care. So get them to watch another video. All right, get them to watch another video. So think about this here. In the awareness, we're going to spark curiosity. Okay. Your goal is to get them to stop scrolling and think, whoa, I didn't even realize that was possible. Okay. A lot of people have trouble with this awareness, consideration, decision. Okay. I'm going to give you some frameworks here and I'm going to give you hard questions here. I'm going to give you some really good stuff here coming. Okay. But just think like this. Me personally, I want to do 3 10 to 12 minute. This is me. I want to do 3 10 to 12 minute YouTube videos every week. Monday's awareness. It's an awareness video. Okay. I will pick different things about the problem that I can talk about every time. And there's not a lot of problems. There isn't. There's not a lot of problems. So it's easy. I just take one idea and I talk about it 1,000 different ways. Wearing sometimes a different shirt, not usually, but usually my background is different. Okay. So the thing is I just want to keep talking about the same thing and I'm putting it in a different format. Okay. Mastering the boring. You should be so good at talking about your thing. You can just talk about it freely all the time with no notes, no teleprompter, none of that stuff. Okay. Super, super simple. Get them to stop scrolling and think, whoa, tell me more about that. Okay. What is something right now you guys could do with your customer that would, for a fact, okay? You had a really good customer person. What's one thing that you could say that they would have to check the rest out? What's a curiosity statement that you could do?
This is something that can this is something that can also help them take their income off of their payroll.
Okay.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
the solution?
Yeah, so here's 3 things I wish I knew before trying to make money online. Okay.
I wish I knew how to do social media the right way.
I think you think about your customer that has no clue about this. All they know is they have this pain that they're trying to get rid of. They don't know how to get rid of it. And all of a sudden you come through the feed. What are you saying in that awareness video to get them to be like,
Gotcha. There's got to be another way to increase my sales. I purchased a business with declining sales. There's got to be a solution.
okay. If we're thinking okay, they already know about business and sales and all these things. Who's your customer?
My customer, what I'm aiming for is the person that 2 years ago, I should have been doing this as an additional income. So that's who I want to target right now.
Okay,
I want to convince them because what I want to do is try to get them to add this as an additional income and then say, wait a minute, if I increase my sales, I can sell my store and I can get out of this and I can retire.
so they're business owners already.
Right.
Okay, and what's the biggest pain? Number one pain?
You're still trading time for dollars.
Okay. If you own a business and you have this feeling where you're trading time for dollars all the time, what if I could show you in the next minute 3 things that I wish I knew to get out of that so fast? Or any rendition of that. Like why I stopped doing this in my business after 10 years of having a business. Okay? Or how people are making 2,000 a month. Well, this is like mine, but how people are making 2,000 a month working a third the time they work at their job. Yeah, it's just like they're going, what? That's possible, you can do that? Okay? So personal stories, stats or insights. Did you know last week 6 people made more money in a week than they used to make in an entire month and they only worked 9 hours? Right? Like something like that can stop somebody. Like if you're honestly truly trying to figure that out, that's a way you can do that. Okay? Like I feel like you guys are like, okay, did you guys just eat? Like, is this hitting or not?
Yeah,
Is this make?
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of things in my head, how I could do it with mine.
Yeah.
Figure it out, think through it.
Women like me trying to help moms and grandmas, like, I just watched 30 women map out their plan to earn 6 figures online. You won't believe how simple it is. Is that curiosity?
Would you believe that?
No.
Okay. Sometimes you gotta voice it out like that. I mean, when you said moms and grandmas, okay,
Yeah.
what's a better way you can say that? Instead of saying 100 grand, what's something that would really stop a mom and a grandma? What does a mom and a grandma want to do?
I guess their kids make them.
I watched 30 women in a single, I watched 30 women in a half an hour figure out a super duper plan to hang out with their children, their grandkids more.
Hang out with their kids and grandkids.
In this video, I'm going to show you what we did.
Okay.
There's 4 things that we did. Number 1.
Okay.
Number 2. Number 3. And number 4, I mean, this is the one that shook me. But before I get into that, or just like, that's okay. It works really, really well. It works really well when you do that. Like, build up the value, give them some value right away, have them hooked with you, and then poof, do it. Okay. And you don't care about the people that leave. You don't care about the people that don't care. They're not going to buy from you anyway. You're only talking to that one person that you want to help. That's it. Okay. You're always talking to one person. It's not, hey, everybody, in your videos, you're like, hey, guys. Like everybody's sitting around in a room watching one phone together. It's just like Dan and I did a video going to the store, and I started out the video and I just said, if you worked 40 hours or more this week, and at any moment during that week, you were like, is this it? This is what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to go to work every week, 40, 50 hours a week and make 7,500 grand a year.
For the rest of my,
If you had that feeling at all and you were trying to even think for a second what you were going to do to get out of it, I want you to watch this video because I'm going to show you 3 things that Dan and I had to do to get out of that. And we went through it. And on number 2, we told him to go to the link in the bio on Dan's phone. He's going to post it on his thing. But that's, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't start out saying anything other than that. Like, I want to identify that pain right away. If I'm selling a back cream, when you got out of bed this morning, did you have to sit on the edge of your bed for 20 seconds before you could stand up and go to the restroom and get ready for your day? No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you did, in this video, I'm going to show you what I did to never have to do that again. Okay, there was 3 things that I did. Okay, 3 steps, 2 steps, 5 steps, doesn't matter. Of course.
If your message is to a certain audience, say moms, can you ever do a message to a different audience, or should you keep it all moms?
Why would you want to talk to another audience? Like, what's your idea behind that?
Experience
Mhm.
or story you want to share
Uh-huh.
that pertains to a different audience.
Okay.
So I'm not saying I want to, I'm just asking.
My thing is this, like, you know, what was Tiger Woods good at?
Golf.
What else?
Golf.
Women's.
Okay, but what, other than golf and women, what was he good at?
Didn't you try baseball?
No, that's.
No.
See how science it is?
Nothing, golf.
One thing.
Uh-huh.
If you can't do one thing, why are you trying to do two?
Sure.
Right.
Just focus, and it's easier.
The reality is that other people will be attracted to you because they're gonna see the other things. They're attracted to you even though you're not talking to them about other things.
Yeah,
They're gonna still see it.
I'm not a mom, but I mean, that makes a lot of sense. That'll happen.
And I mean, as your business grows and changes, then you could change your messaging a little bit.
Yeah, because your audience will tell you, you'll know.
Right.
The people that have got from me that don't have kids.
When I was just working with martial arts business owners that had to have at least 200 active students or I wouldn't work with them, and they had to invest $5,800. Okay. That was how specific I was. Every single video I did, if you're a martial arts business owner, and then I'd go into my thing. So everybody that wasn't that was gone. But what happened like later on as it went, hey, I'm not a martial arts business owner, but I have 230 tennis students. Can you help me? And pretty soon, I have a law firm and I have a bunch of people working underneath me. And I like what you said to get the, can I do this too? And then it starts doing this and you're like, maybe I can kind of open this a little bit. Okay. It'll make itself apparent. You won't have to think like, maybe I should spread out more. But after one, I didn't change things, right? It was like, let's see a pattern happening. Okay.
Right, right.
It's like with Michelle, when they asked you, can I do this around the guy? Right, exactly.
Yeah. It just started. Yeah. It just kind of makes itself there. Okay. Okay. So the consideration stage, just show them how it works without being hypey. It is what it is. This is how it is. If you can't make, content, if you, don't have this desire, it's not for you, it doesn't matter. Like they'll see like how online courses actually make money step by step. How do digital products actually make money? So I'm selling a digital product. What do you mean? Right? Or my 0 to 10,000 digital product plan in 3 phases. Like think of it as just like a plan. You're explaining how it works. It's just a simple thing. Yeah, I just record 3 videos a day. And if I can get at least, this many people to this page, 1 out of 20 will buy. Just kind of share that with them. And the right person will be like, that makes sense to me. You're not trying to convince anybody of anything, right? You're trying to like put it out. It's like, I'm not trying to convince the fish to bite my lure. I'm going to go out and look at what look at what the fish are eating. And then I'm going to get a replica of that. And I'm going to just throw it where they are. Like you have all this traffic is just pent up. It's there. You just got to go stand in front of it. If you're selling Bibles, where would you put up your table?
Sure.
In front of a church. Okay. If you're selling lemonade, would you put it on the end of an empty cul-de-sac or would you find the busiest corner where people are running and riding their bikes and sweating?
Yeah.
Just go stand in front of that, right? When you put this out there, when you talk about what it is, the right person will be there, but you just got to be there with them. You have to be there for them to find you, right? So I always do whiteboard stuff. I just make it easy. Almost every single TikTok live that I did, I would be like, what's 3, 5, 7, 9 things that I'm going to go over on that board? It holds their attention. I can fill it out as it goes. So there's like this, what's next thing happening. So I can, just like, and people are interested when they see stuff like this. It's like, oh, there's something there to learn, right? You don't have to do the whiteboard. I'm just saying, how can you help them have more confidence in it? Hey, today, I get a lot of questions about, how you can work 2 hours a day and make $900. Today I'm gonna do a Q&A. You can ask me anything. And if I don't know, I have some, people that are doing incredible at this that I could just ask them real quick and help. I just want to get your questions answered about this. I'm sure, if you're past the idea that, okay, I see that people can do this. Now I want to answer your questions and I just want to help you with this. Like you're just putting out a helping hand. That's really all you can do. You don't want to convince, because then you're going to sound weird. You're going to sound like a spammer type person.
You sound salesy.
Yeah, you just sound weird. You're like, why are they trying so hard? Like, I don't want to do it. So I would have people like on my lives. I'm like, there's 200 people on here right now. I asked you if you had a question. Nobody's asking questions. Why are you on here? I'm not juggling. I'm not, you know, I'm not being entertained. Like, what's going on here? Just talk to him like that. Just like you would talk to a friend. You said you wanted out, you know, what's holding you back here? Like, what's going on? You can talk to your email list like that, but you're just talking to one person. One person.
So when you ask that question and then they don't respond to the comments on your live, then what? Cause that's, I get that.
I mean, if I finished my content,
Mhm.
I mean, if depending on how I'm feeling, I'm probably out at that point, or I'm gonna say I'm doing some kind of thing that you can come to, okay? Something to get them to move to the next thing, whether it's, and I love my favorite teaser is, hey, for all the people on my email list, which I just think is my community. Okay, like I talk about it in a way that it doesn't seem weird. I assume they already know what's going on. Like to all the people that join my email list, which is kind of, it just feels kind of like my community. It's where I talk to people that are serious about doing what we've been talking about here. I'm gonna do a 1 hour workshop. It's how grandmas can hang out with their grandbabies more workshop. And we're gonna go over what that process looks like for a grandma. Okay. But you gotta be in my subscriber community, you gotta be in my email list to get it, because I'm gonna send it out tomorrow at 12:30. It starts at 1. It's a way to get them over there.
$27.
Free. You can do free. Yeah, just do
For
free.
the Yahoo, that's the 20.
Just do free. Just do free. So
Yeah, it's a 1 day thing. I do those three.
yeah, people come to events. People come to events. Okay. So in the decision type content, testimonials, you can demonstrate how it works. Let me show you what it looks like in there. Let me show you the training. Let me show you the people in the community. Let me show you the wins in here. Okay, look, I'm gonna grab my phone. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this lady. She made $1,500 while she was moving her house and packing boxes. Like, what would you do if you did that? Put down in the comments what you would do if you were, you know, packing a box and you made $1,500. What would that do for you? What if that happened, you know, consistently? You know, get them to kind of move forward. Like I was just sitting here a minute and I was like, you guys are just like, bleh. Okay, which I knew you guys all ate. I was like, well, this is gonna be a challenge. But I'm like, you know, because I'd be the same way. Well, I mean, look at this guy. So
Just lay it out.
yeah. So, but I'm saying, like, I'm like, what's going on? You know, what's up? Are we here? Like, Harold, we put you on it. So, hey, in this video, I want to show you how this grandma Lisa, how she made her first $1,000 online while she was in school line picking up grandkids. Okay. Now, she could have done these other things, but she done this because of this. Okay, Wendy, over there yawning. Hey, guys, starting working on my confidence here. Okay.
It's not sugar for lunch. It's not everything about you.
Oh, see, I love when women say that. Okay. So here's the thing. Now let's just look at these. These are the questions that happen in the awareness stage. And this, by the way, is your hook. You start the video. Is it too late to start an online business at my age? Have you ever said that to yourself?
Yeah.
In this video, I'm going to show why women over 50 are able to make money online right now, even if they know nothing about it. Step 1, first thing, right into the good stuff. Because if they see that happening, they're going to stick around. If you're like, so, you know, about you, they don't care. You know, some people, they'll do their hook and they'll say their hook, is it too late to start an online business at my age? Hi, my name's Dan, and you know I grew up in Michigan, and you know I was looking for something, and it's like Jesus, come on, please. That's what these videos are for.
So you don't introduce yourself?
If I did introduce myself in this, it'd be at the end after I proved my value. I want to be valuable first.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Guys don't walk up and they're not like, hi, my name's Dan. What's your name? It's like, can I buy you a drink? Can I give you some value first? Then, yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Hey, what's your name? You know what I mean? Like, that's like, give them the value. Listen, if the value's good, they'll ask you what your name is. They'll go look. You know, they'll figure it out. Okay. What could I even offer online that people would pay for? This is awareness stage. they're like, I've heard about this online business thing. They know it's real. Like it's real now. Okay. COVID super sped that up, but it's real now. People know about it and they know it's real. I just talked to this guy over here. He like developed all this stuff. He's like probably, $50+ million guy. And he's like, so what do you do? Because I was like looking at his Ferraris and all this stuff he had on his. I was like, I just help people make money online. He's like, oh yeah, that's awesome. You can just like work from your computer from anywhere, huh? Like, he's 7 years old.
You knew it.
Yeah, he's 7 years old. He knew right away. He's like, yeah. Okay, so people get it. What could, you start the video. What could you offer online that people would even pay for? Okay. I'm going to show you 3 ways to actually turn what you've done in your life, your experience, into a full-time income online. Okay, step 1. First thing, get right into it. Get right into it. When you do your emails, get right into it. Hook right into the value. It's like value. Now let's drop a little, come hang out with me. Because now they're like, well, that's pretty good. Then you can bring them in. Okay. Do I really have to post all day on social media to make money? In this video, I'm going to show you how I built a business without having to post every day or dancing on reels. Okay. How do you not post every day, even though you're posting every day? I batch content and I just schedule it and it goes out. True. Right? That's that. Okay. I want more freedom, but I'm not sure how to make income without trading my time. Okay. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make income without being stuck in a one-on-one or client work. Okay. If I'm going after you, it's like, are you tired? Are you totally just wore out with this one-to-one client work? At any moment, it could either fall off, or if you're not pounding something, you're not getting any money, like it just doesn't work. And then to make more money, you got to bring more clients. That's less time. It's miserable, isn't it? Well, what if I can show you how to make income without being stuck in that one-to-one client work? Here's the first thing you do. Number 1, get into it. Like get right into it right away. Okay. So consideration stage questions, right? How would I figure out what my digital offer should be? Or what if I'm not tech savvy? Have you ever said that? You're trying to do this online business thing? What if I'm not tech savvy? Well, if you can check an email, you can do this, and I'm going to show you why it's not a tech thing. Okay. Here's the first thing. Get into it. Okay. So, and I'll give you guys this doc. Okay. I'll put it in all your folders. Did everybody get that, by the way? Did everybody get the? Yeah, I'll put it in the. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I'll put it in the thing. Okay. So, do you want me to keep going into these, or do we want to like get into some like more questions about this? Okay. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. All right. I put these right here. I just want you to have this. These 5 things are like they roll through my head every time I go to create a piece of content. They really truly do. I sat downstairs and put this together. Okay. Always start with a hook that stops the scroll. If you don't give me a reason to watch, I ain't watching. And if you like, it's not even. You cannot not do it. If you're not doing a good hook, you have ChatGPT. You have all the hooks in the world. Just say the hook and then get right into it. Okay. I don't care what your name is until you've gotten me what I want.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah.
If it's good, then I'll be asking you, what's your how? That starts happening. Okay. So just one sentence, okay, Dan, we got in the car, we were going to the store. You go, hey, Mike, I want to shoot a video with you. What did I do after that? Did I just shoot a video with you right away? What did I do?
You kind of structured what you're going to do, talking about what we're going to say exactly.
What was the first thing? I was like, let's do, who am I talking to? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then I was like, are we going to do an awareness stage, consideration, or decision stage? Right?
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, what did I do next? I was like, I came up with the hook.
The hook, and then
I came up with the 3 things. I came up with 3 points that I was going to cover. What else did I do? What was it, call to act? I said, what are we going to have them do? Call to action.
Yeah, drop it. Say, show me more.
Yep.
Comments.
And I went through this whole thing first before I did it.
Yeah, you went through the whole thing, yeah, and then we did it.
If you just wing it all the time, you can wing it later when you get like good, right? But I still don't. I think about what I'm going to say, right? And there's only so much that you say anyway. That's what I'm saying. It's going to get good at doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay.
Right.
Target does Target every day. Walmart is Walmart every day. They do the same thing over. You can see the marks on the floor where they go every. You can see it. there's no difference here. I don't care what business you're in. There's going to be these activities, these core activities that you do over and over. What are they here? Content, content, content. That's all you do. That's all you do. Email, content, right? That's content. We're emailing the people on the list because our content gets them over here. We're going to email and talk to them here, and then we're going to nurture them. We're going to help them. We're going to answer questions for them. How many of you last week did a Q&A on Zoom for your email list?
I did one a couple of weeks ago, but.
Okay. 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 How many of you really took the time to talk to your audience out here on social media or your audience on your email list? You really took the time to try to get them to get on and talk with you and see. Okay. Okay. 2. Okay. Perfect. Pretty soon it's 2. Pretty soon it's 5.
And I've had 2 Zoom calls with potential nurses. They haven't bought yet.
Yep.
They're hanging on. And then you can book an opportunity call now on my page.
Mhm.
And I've got 2 scheduled.
Mhm.
One Monday morning, because I forgot to change the calendar when I'm here. But it's a start, right? So
Yeah.
that's allowing them to directly have 15 minutes with me.
The last thing I want to do is get on Zooms with individual customers all the time because I'm trading time for I'm trading time for dollars. But if I don't know who they are and I'm trying to figure out what they want and what they're doing, I'll get on 10 and 20 of them just to learn. I'll take notes and I'll listen. I'll record it. I'll give it back to them. You get on and ask them questions and it's not about money, nothing. It's about soul to soul and learning. Record it because then you have the transcription. Take the transcription. It'll be in a text file on your Zoom. Drop it into Chat GPT. Once you drop it into Chat GPT, say, based off this conversation and the problems that you can identify in this, what would be some pieces of content that I could create for each stage of the customer journey? Give me 3 headlines for each and hooks.
Because once you do that, I mean, you do that, you'll get a few customers from it, and then you'll never have to do it again because you've crafted the most amazing content based on.
Right, and I reported to Zoom, but now I can't figure out how to get it back out to send it out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can go through that. YouTube, Google, ChatGPT can help too. Okay. Every time you run into a problem, just ask one of those 3 people.
It's not Zoom, it's-
It's the first. Every single problem I run into, whether it's digital or physical, I run to those 3 people first. If those 3 people don't figure it out, I either give up on the idea or I'll try to maybe ask somebody else or something right? Okay. So the other thing is though, every time that you can get information that is like a pile of it, like a transcription,
Right.
you can do a video. Yeah, I'll post videos I just did it in my last 2 videos. I went to YouTube. I transcribed my YouTube videos because it's so easy to do now. Use for free. Transcribe it. I stick it in the Chat GPT and I'm like, analyze this video and tell me where I made mistakes. Tell me where I can improve it. If I wanted to talk about this topic again, what's 10 different angles I could come at from it? I'm talking to grandma. So what are 10 different ideas that grandmas would kick into on this? Okay. Just talk to it like that. You just want to, you're going to, how can I do this video 1,000 different ways?
Do you get the transcription from TikTok?
You can. You certainly can. You can download the TikTok video and then you can upload it into like a Loom and it'll transcribe it. You can ask ChatGPT, hey, what's that?
If you have a TikTok video, take it into talk script, I think. I can grab it for you, then it'll take the whole video transcribe it.
I have an iPhone. You open up notes, play it on your computer, record it, and transcribe it right automatically in there.
My chat say that, yeah.
Yeah, the new one will just watch it and tell you. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So yesterday I was getting in when we were talking about clarity and working backwards with the problem and stuff like that. I asked ChatGPT, I said, I want to figure out how I can make $100,000 in the next 90 days. I sell a $900 product. My funnel converts at 18%. My sales video converts at 7%. How can I get you all of my content so that you can tell me based off the engagement that I get and the way my content works, how much content would I have to produce every day to hit that number? And then it's like, well, I need to have all of your stats from your YouTube channel. And then I can tell you how many videos you'd have to do today at a time and what kind of videos for you to get to that number. And I was like, well, how do I do that? And it says, go into your settings, press analytics, go over here, bulk export all of the data, bring it over here, give it to me, and then I'll break down what videos you need to do every day for 90 days to hit that number selling this product at those rates.
Wow.
I know that's complicated and crazy, but I'm trying to show you how my mind's thinking. How can I, anything that I want to know, this thing is the master wizard. So I was thinking like, wouldn't it be awesome if I could go to every customer inside of Clarity to Cash and I could just say, well, based off your content, I had ChatGPT analyze your whole channel, how much engagement you typically get, how many views you typically get, how much action you get. And based off your history here, if you want to actually get to this number, if your funnel's converting at 3% and you get, 1% of people buying after they watch the video, you need to do this many videos on this topic for the next 90 days. That'd be incredible, right? Just like a step-by-step plan, right?
Definitely.
So, but that's how I'm thinking about it. Like,
Does it work? Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it
Oh.
yet. But that's how I'm
You
thinking.
tried-
Yeah. I mean,
That's taking, like Michelle said, taking the emotion out of it.
right.
Yeah,
Looking at it as a business, you're taking it data driven. If you're statistical or engineer or mathematician or something, I mean, you look at analytics.
You have to. I mean,
And so that's taking the emotion out of it and just pure and simple business, data driven.
yeah, I want to take patterns and I want to find the stuff in it. Like, okay, I'm just telling you like, hey, these are the top 5 channels that I found that it seems like they got a lot of views and subscribers and seems like they make a lot of money. Here's those 5 channels. Can you analyze these 5 channels and tell me a 90-day plan of the type of content that I should create to be able to get close to that or get these many customers? Like I'm thinking like this with the content. Sometimes I put it in and it's like just crazy and I can't, whatever, and I just let it go. It's like, this is too weird. But that's how I'm using the Chat GPT. I'm like, anytime I have a question, it seems like now I'm like, okay, I try to come up with something and I'm like, all right, let's just ask Chat GPT. Like, let's just see what happens. Let's see what it says. And every time I do a prompt, I'll write out my prompt and then I go back and I go improve. I always say improve this prompt. I just say improve this prompt every single prompt I do now. I'll write out a prompt that I'm trying to figure out. It'll be some like simple thing because I don't know how to prompt, right? Like, I mean, I do like a little bit, but I'm like, here's what I want basically. And then I write that and then I go to the top and I say improve this prompt, and then it takes my prompt and it turns it into a real prompt. And then I copy and paste that back in and then I get a whole different answer. It's so much better. Okay. So,
Cool.
okay, use the rule of 1. 1 idea, 1 person, 1 action, every piece of content. Just keep it simple. Okay. So let's say you have this one idea. Your one idea is trying to help grandmas see that there's something out there for them to allow them to pick their grandkids up every day. That's your one idea, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that one idea, the 1 person, grandmas, got it. The action that we want them to take is come to our, how grandmas can make more money at home than they ever have in their life or whatever workshop, or come check out this thing, whatever it is. But then take that one idea and ask ChatGPT, okay, hey, here's my idea. I want to show grandmas, here's my product, here's what I sell, tell her what it is, this is my customer. I want what's a 3, 5, or 7-point video that I can do? What's 5 points I can cover in one video that makes the point of grandmas can pick up their grandbabies every day? And then just do the piece of content. It's going to give you a hook. Do the hook. Do the hook and get right into number 1. And about halfway through, or 3/4 of the way through your points, I do lists every time. It's easy for me. People love lists. Always, all the time. And while you're doing the list, they share little pieces of their story. Share a little piece of like what's going on. Okay. Instead of 5 tips to grow your business, make a post about 1 tip that made the biggest impact for you. And then you've got 5 videos you can do now. Right? And then you can do a video with 5 tips in it too. Just how can I make one thing 1,000 things? How can I take this one video and make it a picture post and text? Transcribe your video and say, hey, here's the video that I did. Now turn it into a picture and text post. Take what I said here and write it out as an amazing copywriter that's good at talking to grandmas. Seriously, I do that. I'm like, you are a world-class copywriter that can speak to grandmas like nobody else can. Right? I just did a video here. I gave you the transcript. Can you turn this into a post that's a text post? And can you, and make me a picture of a grandma picking up her grandbabies from school. Picture, boom. So did one action, made something once, it turned into a picture post with text. It can turn into an email. Hey, now take that same transcript and make an email out of it and get people to go watch the actual video. Okay? Give me the subject line, give me the preview text line, give me a short body copy, like grandma doesn't want to read a bunch, make it super simple for her. Put it in grandma's language. This is what I say. You ask Alex, you ask them. I get like, I talk to this thing all day. Every morning when I go get my energy drink and my beef stick and my little, my little morning routine, okay? I usually just put the voice chat in on my thing and I just have a conversation with it now. I talk to it just nonstop. I'm just constantly asking it questions. I just wanted to, I just constantly talk to it. Like, and I'm so amazed. I'll be in my car and I'm just having this conversation to and from QT. And it's just, I don't think so. But
You could ask.
I always talk to a woman though. I can't stand talking to the dude.
Yeah.
I changed the name. I didn't change the name. It was her name, but I picked the one that it's Chloe. And I really, really like it. She's so like I really like it.
I'm like, I have the smartest thing in the world right now, proven. It's passed the Turing test. Like it's got a higher IQ than like the geniuses of the world
Yeah.
collectively.
Alan Turing.
And I'm like, if I had a genius with me, wouldn't I just be talking to it all the time about what I'm doing specifically?
All day.
And I get done, and sometimes nothing happens of it other than we had a conversation and I got some insights. And this helps me. What kind of content should I create today? Based off of my demeanor and tone that I'm using with you now, what kind of content should I create so I don't sound boring? I know I sound a little tired. Yeah, it's okay. Right? But I do. I'm like, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm literally talking to it like, I got a headache this morning and I played pool with freaking Harold till like 2 in the morning. Like, what's that say? Right? So write like you talk.
On Harold Day.
Okay? Just write like you talk.
It's well earned.
I see this is a tough thing to get through. Like I see people get pretty stiff. It's just so normal that you're doing this. And in my head, I'm just like, man, just relax. Like it's okay. Like you're just talking to that one person you're trying to help. And you're not trying to be nobody. You're not trying to impress them. You're just trying to show them what is possible. You're trying to just show them something. You're trying to get them to change their behavior, the right person. So write like you talk, use rule of one. You're only talking to one person, always use a hook, turn questions into content. Every time I have a question, I'm like, I'm sure there's thousands of other people just like me that have the same question. Hey, ChatGPT, I've got this question. How can I turn this into a piece of content that will connect with my person? Okay. What's a good hook that'll actually get them to listen? I mean, constantly I do this. Why wouldn't you do this? Why wouldn't you talk to it all the time? To me, that's going to be the new rich, the people that can talk to this thing, because it's going to be doing everything. Hate it, be scared of it, love it, don't like it, whatever. It is what it is, right? If you want to get from here to there, you're probably going to take a car. That's just the way it is. We don't use horses anymore, Okay. So, but I mean, I'm like, why wouldn't I use this thing constantly? Why wouldn't I constantly make it? It's like, so I also do this. Turn questions into content. Well, what questions are they asking? Hey, here's my person. Go out there and actually look around for real, because it can do this now, right? If you're not paying for it, pay for it. It's $20.
Yeah.
Pay for it. Because it can go out and do things in real time. I'll say, go out and scour the internet, all of social media, every review, every testimonial, every problem, and bring back the top 5 questions that grandmas are asking online about how they can pick up their grandbabies after, from school every day. And it'll spit something out. It'll be like, absolutely. And you're like, how are you doing this? And it'll tell you the source. And then you can say, oh, awesome. How can I turn that into a piece of content that grandma would love?
Wow.
That would connect with her. She's 63 years old. Use terminology that would make sense to her.
My gosh, I feel old. I'm 61.
Okay, you know what I'm saying though?
I mean, you know what, I was trying to be famous, 3 slides for me, like graphics about, digital marketing, and it couldn't.
Well, try again. Yeah.
No, but it's like, I can't create, PowerPoint presentation for you, it's like that
What?
price.
So don't do it. And it can do it. It does it for me quite often. It's just how you talk to it. If you and I were,
Maybe it doesn't understand me.
yeah, yeah. That's why I always do this. I ask it, hey, create a PowerPoint presentation for grandmas about how they can pick up babies from school. I want it to be 5 slides, super simple, like 1 or 2 things on the slide. And then I'll say, improve this prompt before I hit enter. I'll go up to the top. I'll put improve this prompt, colon, hold down shift, enter. So it skips down a line and then your stuff's already there. So I'll ask it. I just put on the voice. Okay. You guys can all try this after we get done. Literally, I just say to it, here's what I want in the best way I can describe it myself. And then I just say, improve this prompt, colon, every single time now.
How do you take a space in there?
Hold down shift and hit enter.
Shift enter.
Hold down shift, hit enter. And it'll kick out a so much better prompt. And then you put it in and you, like for images and stuff like that, it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, I'll take Alex's picture all the time because he'll be sitting beside me up there in my office. I'll take
You guys joking?
a picture of him and then I'll tell ChatGPT, I want this to look like 8K super real, super real. I want it to look just like him and show him walking down the street with this person or something like that. And then I'll say, improve this prompt. And it'll be like, my prompt's like this long. It gives me a prompt this long. I copy and paste it and it's unbelievable. Like I sent it to, I mean, it looks just like him, you know, like it's so hilarious. Like I laugh for hours because I do see pretty funny stuff. So, and I keep sending it to him.
Have fun while you guys.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
That's something else's expense.
Yeah, of course.
I say,
Absolutely.
we'll share you for pictures later.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Oh, yeah. So this is huge. Repurpose, don't reinvent. Repurpose, don't reinvent. Okay.
But you-
1 idea, 5 posts. Me, 1 idea, 1,000 posts. You should be so good at talking about the 5 core things that you ever would talk about. In martial art, and when I was doing the martial arts business owner thing, okay, all I ever talked about was the funnel because they didn't have that. This was the core element that was missing in their little equation, their system, because they were going out to, they'd sit in the mall and get tickets in a box and then they would raffle. That's one way they would try to get new students. The thing they hated the most is they're these black belts. They worked so hard for 10 years to become this black belt and they're doing pizza parties and dressing up like ninjas to try to get little kids to join. They're going to high schools and they're trying to convince the principal to let them come in at PE time and break boards because that would fascinate them. And they'd be like, Mom, I want to join karate. They hate this stuff, right? Time for dollars. Nobody could really do it like they could. And it was miserable for them. So I showed them how to, instead of, like, I went to their Facebook group and their strategy, there's a guy in there, he's like, use yellow paper, not pink paper for flyers. That was like, these were the strategies. I'm like, holy crap. So I discovered all this stuff after painstakingly having to go through all these Facebook groups. Didn't have ChatGPT at that time. Okay. And I would do videos, I would make pictures and videos and do ads because I was running Facebook ads at that time. And I'd have a guy in a martial arts outfit and I'd have to make it in Photoshop forever. It would take forever. When I could have ChatGPT do it now, it'd be amazing. But I'd have him holding balloons and holding a little kid like, and it pissed them off. They hated that. I'm like, you're a black belt and you're over there. You got your little kitty balloons. I'd poke their bruise. Okay. Like I would just be like, oh, cool. Yeah, you are real cool. Yeah. I mean, it was so funny. I would do the craziest things. The point I'm trying to get at, the only thing that I would ever talk about is they didn't have this system online that would allow them to get leads where they could have a machine running in the background that was getting them leads so they could focus on being a black belt teaching students, right? And they just wanted 5 to 7 students. They didn't want more money. They just wanted 5 to 7 students a week at $150 a month. I don't want to make money. I want to help these people. I just want 20 new students a month. That was so amazing to me. I'm like, so you want 20 new students at $100? Okay, so you want the money, right? No. It's not about the money for me. I want to help society. I want to help The Marshall Code, I want to, I just want 20 new students a month. Okay, all right, okay. I'll show you how to do that. But all I did was hammer the same thing. I talked about the same thing over and over. One day I'm using shapes. I would cut out little things of paper, and every time I was talking about the exact same thing, I was using different examples. And every time it was new to them, and they're like, "Oh, I finally get it," or like, "Yeah, that one video, made sense to me." And I'm like, "I've been saying the same thing in every video." But some people pay attention a certain way, right? Like they,
They resonate with.
that's right. So that's what you have to really master with your content. What is that one trigger thing that you say? Right now on my channel, okay? Because my ideal client is, for me, for the mastermind, is somebody kind of like Matt here, okay? They're doing one-to-one work or client work. They got to trade time for dollars. They're making money, but they can't make past this certain thing. Because I was that. That was me. I was in the agency thing. And I know how painful it is. It's miserable. It's miserable at times. You love what you do. You love the work and everything. It's just miserable because you're like so one-to-one, right? And it's the same system for you is the same system for everyone else in here, right? But I like poking on that person and getting their attention because I know that pain. I can twist the knife on that. I can make it miserable for them. Because listen, you don't do anything when you're feeling great.
So you have to be next.
You don't do anything when everything's going perfect. You do something when there's pain. It's that whole story where that guy walks up, the insurance salesman, there's a guy carving a stick on the porch. He's in the rocking chair, old crinkly old porch. Okay. And his dog's laying there on the porch. The salesman comes up and the salesman looks at the dog laying on the porch and he sees there's a nail poking up into the dog's side. And he's like, "Sir, I don't know if you know this, but your dog is laying on a nail." And the guy just sat there and carves a stick. He's like, "Yeah, when it hurts bad enough, he'll move." But that's the thing, right? We don't do nothing when everything's going great. So, people won't do a whole lot to get abs, but they'll do a whole lot to get out of a burning building.
Yes.
It's not ambulance chasing, it's identifying who's in pain so that they can be helped. It's a different perspective. You're not fear mongering. You're saying, if you have this pain, come here. I can help you. You're a helper.
Like, you get those pieces of content with ChatGPT. After you've made your piece of content to go in, if you tell ChatGPT then to take that exact same content and make yourself a 7-second video, you have 2 pieces of content. within
Yeah.
Seconds. So just
Yeah.
take your same video and do it and then do a 7-second right after it.
Yeah. Hey, this video I just got done doing, can you show me how to say the same thing using a whiteboard? And it'll tell you, it'll even show you what to draw. I do it all the time.
Now create another version and add compassion.
Yeah.
Now create another version, add empathy. Create another version, be more heart-centered. Create another version, add more urgency. And all of a sudden, one video gives me, and it's the same thing, but it's like he said, it's been a little bit different way.
Take what I just talked about with grandmas getting their kids from school and make another version of it where it's grandmas that used to be firefighters. They're still grandmas. Okay. And you do the hook, you get right into
We used to be missile program.
Yes.
That blew up shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
targeted here, this grandma business.
I'm 39 and I'm a grandpa. So,
5,
So-
6, 7.
yeah, record one video and turn it into all this stuff.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's why when I started my business, I called it Make Once. You make something once and it pays you over and over and over again. I'll tell you what happens.
Yeah.
And Michelle actually helped me with that. She's like, "You always say make once, you should do make once." So the thing is,
I just purchased it, and now I have Legacy Builder with Meg Lens, and you guys can sell it over and over and over.
Let's make one.
so did you have a question? Did you raise your hand?
I don't wanna interrupt you.
Go ahead, let's go.
Well, with the chat,
ChatGPT.
yeah, you have to start an account, because I use the free version.
Mhm.
And I wanna get into movie producing.
Uh-huh.
And I asked it to create 10 log lines for different movies, not different movies, but a
Yeah.
movie.
Mhm.
And it did. And my daughter is really tired of movies having the same thing.
Mhm.
You see it over and over.
Yeah.
And I told her about it. She thought it was great. And you know, I keep my windows open, right? I went back the next day and I didn't have an account and it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's $20 a month.
Even then, you
Get
still
it.
have to tell it to update, because sometimes. it won't.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
have-
then it's
Like,
gonna happen.
When we've been sitting here, I will make sure I save, because I can't go through it all.
And like on newbie
Oh,
blind,
that's it.
Things I'm like, oh, that's the dog.
Yeah.
Another one you guys can master using all the time that I use constantly is, hey, I'll be like, hey, can you teach me how to get my transcript off of my Zooms? And I'll say to it, you can ask, well, so this is, you can ask Alex, like, I'll talk to it, I'll be like, and pretend I'm completely stupid and dumb and I do not know anything. And it'll be like real simple. Yeah.
That's good.
You can tell it anything, you know?
I was super pissed at my kids a couple weeks ago. I had to write a group text, all 4 of them, super pissed. So I made this really long thing in ChatGPT and I made them rewrite, I made her rewrite it because it wasn't coming, it's not gonna come across, it's just gonna come. So she rewrote it for me.
Yeah.
so did she rewrite it without this or?
She was good, it was good.
How can I make this?
It solved better than what I could say.
So did the kids move out?
No, unfortunately.
What was their call to action in there?
They all got messages.
You're gonna lose her, you go.
How can I do it?
Mike would be like, that's good. Is that you or ChatGPT?
Everything goes through ChatGPT. If I'm having a bad day, I'll go in there and she just puts everything in perspective. for me.
I really screwed up and she's really mad at me. What could I say to her to get her back on my team?
That's a good one.
Just rewind, just rewind.
Just sends back a thing that says Justin. No. It's blind. Okay, so
Yes, I know.
here's another.
I'm Justin Mann.
Yeah, it's blind.
Oh, it's a line.
It's a one Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah. So like all the time, I'm constantly like, how can I make this point in half the time?
Yeah.
How can I make this make sense to this person? You know, what is it that I could do where they think it's their idea to join? You know, how can I make this feel like their idea? We constantly talk to like, why wouldn't you do this? You know, why wouldn't you do this? And you can get very, very complicated with it and say it weird, spell things wrong, and then just say improve this prompt. It'll give you an improvement. It'll copy and paste that, stick it back in there and do it. Okay. Here's the other thing. Inside of the ChatGPT thing, up at the top, like where you can pick, there's like, model 4.0, 4.1, 3.0, all these things that it's like, what are all these things? Up there, if you look, it's really faint, but there's a little circle with an eye in it. If you click on that, there's a page that describes what each one of these do, like what each model is good for. Like the O3 model it says it's really good for business and consulting and stuff like that.
Which one is?
The O3. Or, hey ChatGPT, I'm a complete moron. What is the difference between all these models and explain it to me like I'm a child?
Complete moral.
Yeah. Do that. I'm telling you. What's a hook that a guy that flies airplanes and builds them and is really good at pool, that you just stop him in his tracks? I'm serious, you can just do this and then do it. Try it. You know what? You should all be willing to, and I'll get into this in this like I'm rebuilding the program to like suffice who I've learned about, okay? Inside of the program, but just our program. I'm getting feedback and I'm learning and I know I can make a more concise, better version of all this, right? So I want you to start thinking about, instead of thinking about like the work of creating content or this worked or this didn't or whatever, I want you to become really, really good at being a scientist, somebody that's always doing experiments. Think of like, I'm going to do a 20 video experiment and just see what happens. Okay. So think about like, here's a video, here's a video, here's a video, here's a video. Imagine these are 20 videos. These 20 videos, I'm pointing to my top 10 posts on my TikTok or here on YouTube. Maybe you make a core video on your YouTube channel that kind of goes over everything the best that you can do, and you point everything to that. Go out and do these 20 videos. Okay, there's 20 videos here. And just do it. Say, you know what? These videos might completely suck. I don't know. You're going to use you're going to do this. Okay, you're going to do the awareness. You're going to have it show you, give you the hook. Okay. Hey, ChatGPT, here's how I want to do it. I want to hook. I want to get right into the value. I want it to be a list. Use like 3, 5, 7, or 9 odd numbers. And then about a quarter of the way through, tell me what kind of little micro commercial I can stick in there to get them to go buy my thing. And then tell me the rest of it and lay all my videos out like this. Okay. And I want call to actions to drive into my top 10 posts or whatever it is to my blueprint, my emails. And then just go do these videos and just hammer them in there and get them done. Okay. I don't want you to think about anything else other than I'm going to take what it gave me and I'm going to execute on it. Okay. And when you do that, you're going to wait 7 to 10 days and you're just going to look at these videos and just think about these are all the videos down here. Okay. All 20 of them. And okay, if this one was a lot of engagement or action, and this one had a lot, and this one had a lot, take those 3 videos, stick them into ChatGPT, and say, how can I do these better, and how can I do more like this? Do you see what's happening here? We're taking, yeah.
So you're just taking it down, narrowing down, and you're looking for that one thing that you're gonna balance it.
And I say, why did this work so well? And what can I improve on it? And correct me, can I do 21 different styles?
And you throw the link in.
Yeah.
Do you only have the?
You can go into ChatGPT right now, and you can type, you can copy and paste in your TikTok account and say, audit my account for me.
Yeah.
Tell me who my perfect customer is. And yeah, and I ask it like, and I say, I'm a professional content creator. Audit my TikTok account. Tell me who my perfect customer is, what my biggest pain point is, and tell me what I need to improve and what my strengths are.
What were my best videos? How can I?
I think it will tell you what to do. You get rid of this section. And it will audit your account.
Yeah. The URL, you just paste the URL in the chat. It's okay, and then ask them for analytics.
Yep.
That's pretty.
You can also go to ChatGPT and you say, I want you to audit my account. Teach me how to do this to give it to you.
I don't think that's.
See what I'm saying? You see how you think about it? Like, yeah. It's like if you were talking to a wizard, if you were talking to a very smart wizard,
I just used the app, the ChatGPT app. Put in my TikTok address and
Okay, not your URL.
no. Yeah. And I said, so is it negated, not they find it?
It will on your phone, on your laptop.
or you can think if you had the smartest person in the world in your pocket at all times. Okay, I just call it the wizard because saying ChatGPT all the time is like
It's
a mouthful, right?
Yeah.
So if you had a wizard in your pocket that knew everything about everything and could instantly give you everything, it could look at everything and do everything. It's okay. Okay, so if you had that, instead of you being like, well, I don't know what to say to it, or I don't know what to do, just, hey, what should I ask you if I'm trying to get this output? If I'm trying to get this answer, what should I ask you? Tell me what to ask you. If you were with the smartest thing in the world, you'd be kind of a goober to try to like ask it a question. Be like, here's what I want. What should I ask you to get this result? And then it'll tell you, and then you give it back to it, and then you ask it something, because what is it like? Your answer depends on your question. You know, the quality of your question depends on your answer. Okay. So we know that this thing knows itself better than we know anything about anything. Just ask it what to ask it. Anything that you're doing. Hey, I have no idea how to audit my account, but I heard from a mastermind that, or a Clarity event that you could do that, but I have no idea how to do that. Will you teach me how to do that? Take me step by step through exactly what I got to do to get you to audit my account and tell me what is the 80-20 of my account? What were the top, these 20% made 80% of the action. And then you want to 80-20 to 80-20.
What's 80-20?
Pareto principle.
So, yeah, the Pareto principle is basically this. 20% of the people that are, out of all the people here, 20% of them have more money than the other 80%.
Wow.
Okay? And then it goes 95-5. This is when you 80-20 the 80-20. So you take the top 20% and you say, what's the 80-20 of these 20 people? So let me make this make sense for marketing, okay? This guy was doing an event, and he incredible. He ran ads, okay? Because when you run ads, it's like it's got to work or you'll go broke real fast, okay? And when you run ads, you basically put a bunch of stuff out there, and you let it perform for 24 hours, 48 hours, and every 24 hours you're going in there, and the underperformers you're shutting them off. So I would run 240 ads at $1 a piece per day. So that's $240 a day. Okay. After the first 24 hours, I would go in there and I would find the 20% of the ads of the 240. I'd find the 20% of them that were doing the best, and I would shut off the other 80%. Okay. So basically, I lined up a bunch of horses on a line, and they all took off running. And the top 20% that were the fastest, I kept those and I got rid of the other horses. So I took the other money that was going to all 240 and I allocated it to the 20%. Here's what he did to make a better example. He was in a room of a bunch of entrepreneurs. These people were all making high six, seven, like lots of money, okay? For real. And this is a real thing. And there's like 2,000 to 3,000 people in there in this auditorium. And he goes, all right, to make this point, anybody that owns a Rolex, stand up. Most of the room stood up, okay? And he goes, whoever has 2 Rolexes, stay standing. Half the room sat down. Whoever owns 3 Rolexes, stay standing. Half of those people sat down. He goes, whoever owns 4 Rolexes, stay standing. There's like 3 people standing. He goes, who owns more than 7 Rolexes? There's 2 guys standing. He goes, who owns 20 or more Rolexes? The other guy sat down. He takes his off. He's got like a 50,000 or it was some crazy Rolex, like a very like one of a kind Rolex. And he holds it up to that guy that was still standing in the room. And he goes, I'll sell you this watch right now. He goes, I'll take it. So what's the point? What's the point of this story? The point is he could have walked around to the room and wasted all that time and energy trying to find that one guy. Or he could present an idea that would eliminate everyone else, and he could just talk to one person and make a big sale and make the sale right away. So what we do here is we do that same thing with our content. Run a bunch of content, then listen and watch which ones are performing well. And now that we've got a genius for $20 a month in our pocket, let's take those 3 pieces and say, why did these work? How do I get these people? How do I get videos like this to happen more often? What do I do to get more leads? Okay, I'm at 7% conversion. How do I get it to 13%? Based off the audit you did with my account, what would I do to do that? Like we're going to do with your picture and your page. Hey, this page right here is converting at this percent. It had this many people come to it in the last 30 days. What's wrong? You see my content. You know what I'm selling. You know my customer. What's going on here? Is it the way I'm talking in my content before they get there that doesn't match the message on the page? What is it? These are the conversations that you can have with it. Right? And we'll help you with that. That's like what it is.
Want to go do it?
You know?
Yeah,
Well, I think that's my problem. I tell too much and I don't ask enough.
yeah, exactly.
Questions are the answer. That's a writer downer. Questions are the answer. You've heard before, but
Yeah. You tell Terry.
questions are the answer.
Yeah, I haven't used ChatGPT, so it's full.
Okay. Let's see. So this is like a workshop thing. I'm not even going to go into this because we're done. I can tell. Okay. So I love you. But I don't want to it's just going to muddy it all up.
Done.
So yeah, well, I'm fine. I'll go all day. You guys know that. I'll stay on Zoom for hours, won't I?
Yes.
Unfortunately. So yeah. So the big thing, like, does anybody have any questions? Any questions? Do you guys have questions? Yes or no? You didn't have to. You don't. Yeah.
Try it and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Lots of questions, but I have about this.
Okay. Okay. Do we want to do a little bit of a Q&A of just like whatever?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's just do a whatever Q&A. Huh?
Okay, before we do that though, I wanted to go create a video though, either in all three videos, all three stages, or one of the stages.
Okay, here's,
Let's do that before we-
okay, but before we split out and do that, let me show you how this works real quick, okay?
Yes.
Like, I know we just went over it, the understanding of it, but just, I'm gonna give you the simplest, quickest way to go out and make a video in each one of these stages, okay?
Okay, yeah, that, yes, please.
All right,
I'm a more like you.
but before I do, so,
I'm gonna say, skip to, cut to cheese.
What do you do? Whap, whap, whap.
okay? Then, when you go create a video in the awareness stage, okay? All you're doing here is just go out there and define the paint. That's all it is. It's a paint. You're just, you know, you're working like when I think about this for our customer, for the mastermind, for clarity and stuff like that. My thing is 90%, 99% of the time they're trading time for dollars. Okay, this is the biggest problem. It's the only thing we can't get more of. Okay. And I know that's a problem, and I know what kind of freedom we all want. We all want to be able to be anywhere at any time on our dime, on our thing. We can handle everything. We've got the money. We can buy the health. We can buy the support. We can support our others. Like, I get it. We all want that, right? But I'm going to go define the pain, and I want to say things like this when it starts. Like, how many more weeks? Let's start the video like this. How many more weeks are you going to clock into that job and then not do anything to change it? In this video, if I could show you how to not have to clock in next week, would you want to see what those three things are, right? Here's what we got to understand first, the problem. Okay, let's look at the problem here. For you to make money, okay, you got to put in all this work and you get very little output out of it, right? And yet there's these other people out there, they can put in a little bit of work and they get a lot of money, okay? Which one of these are you? I don't need them to answer, but I talk like they're going to answer me. And I'll pause a second. Which one of these people are you? This is my video, like I'm doing, right? Which one of these are you? Okay. If you're like most people watching this, you're probably in this category. I'm going to show you three things here that can change that. Okay. Number one. Okay. Going to number one. First off, you got to have something that is working when you're not. See, that's the problem, isn't it? Okay. You have to be putting in work. You have to be putting in work to get paid. All right. So we've got to figure out something that can work when you're not working. Well, here's what's really weird. Right now is a perfect example. You know, this video isn't live. I'm probably jet skiing. Maybe I'm having wine with my wife. Okay. And you're watching this video. And if you're still watching it, it's doing the work for me and I'm doing something else. That's leverage, isn't it? Okay. Number two. You got to have something that when you make it one time, it keeps working for you out there. Okay? Where you have to go in and clock in every single day. Don't you? If you don't clock in every day, you don't make the money. So we got to have something that can be out there working, that we just put one input in and it keeps giving me inputs forever. That's a digital product. And maybe you haven't heard about it, but I can make something once, or I can have a product that's digital and I can duplicate myself. Just like right now. If you look at my channel, there's thousands of me on here. I duplicated myself. How cool is that? I'm doing something else right now and this is working for me. And I have a product that I built one time and I can sell 1,000 times. See, if you're selling widgets, you got to have 1,000 widgets. I don't. I have one widget that can be sold 1,000 times. Okay. I'll get into that in some other videos, or you can go to the top of my page and you can check out these 3 videos that I got pinned up there. It'll help you more with that. But let's just jump it. That's my call to action.
We got that.
And then the third thing is, I need something that can give me outsized returns. See, you're probably making, if you're really awesome, let's say you're making $100 an hour. Okay, that's pretty good. I have something that's $900 that can be sold 1,000 times, and I don't have to put any more effort into it. So you need something that can pay you good money, right? Not just something that pays you like $5 for a lipstick on Etsy or something like that. Okay. So now that I've probably got your attention, you're still watching, and you can say that because whoever is still watching is going to hear it, right? Now that I've got your attention, and obviously I don't want to take any more of your time right now, what I want you to do is, I don't need you to go to a funnel. I don't need you to give me anything. Okay, I don't want any money from you because I don't know if it's for you. Okay, it's only for certain people. Okay, curiosity, FOMO. Is it for me? Not sure. That's what's going on. Okay, all I did is define their problem. I went over the big problem. Okay, the three things is the big problem. Okay, and then I said, and then instead of going to a funnel or whatever, like I just go check out these other videos on my page. Okay, you'll know by the end of those videos if it's right for you. Okay, just go to the top of my account, and when they go up there, what else do they see? That link up there in the bio, that call to action line. They'll snoop around at this point. So, all awareness videos that you would go create, and that's video. That was the video. That was it. Right, couple minutes. Now I can take that video if it does good, like the ads, like when you're looking at your ads manager. Man, this ad's getting lots of clicks. That's what you look at. Man, this ad's getting lots of clicks. They're cheap clicks. I'm going to keep that ad. Let me allocate the money I did have going to all these ads. Let's put more of it into this one. This horse is faster than the rest. Let's feed it. Let's take care of this horse more. Okay, makes sense. So when you're going to do your videos and you're going to define this, I'm going to say, okay, hey, this did really good on my account. How do I do more of this? And why did it work? Okay, so awareness videos, define the pain. Help them understand the pain. Help them understand the pain. That's an awareness video. Help them go, oh man. You'd be so surprised how many people that even own businesses have no clue about something like this. They had no clue about it. They're making 400, 800,000 a year in a brick and mortar and they had no clue about this. I can make in a month what she makes in a year and she has to trade her time for dollars, do all these widget things and things can fall apart. I can adjust my whole thing. It's a digital product, okay? And I'm going to teach a lot of people how to create their own digital product. People that are coaches, consultants, experts at something, right? Okay, that's another thing that we're going to be covering more, okay? Okay, the consideration. This is really easy. How's it work? You're going to do it. How's it work video. Okay? How's it work? That's it. It's all you have to think. Okay. Did I do a how's it work video this week? Did I do a defined pain video this week? You know, like that's the question I have for myself. Did I do that? Because if I didn't, they're going to go to somebody else that does. Because they have to get this question answered. They have to, or they won't do it. I'm not going to be like, hey, join my thing. It's $900. Just trust me. It'll make you $900. Just trust me. They're going to find out and be like, what is it? How's it work? And if you don't do it, they'll go to somebody that does. They will. It's just we have to solve this problem. It is. Okay. And this last one is you're doing A versus B. Okay. Or pros and cons. Okay. Because once you find out how it works, the next thing that happens is you start going, okay, I wonder what else is out there like this. You're trying to protect yourself. This is just one person that I found out about this. I'm sure there's a lot of these things like this. Like I better let me just go look. Okay. Well, look, I know you're going to do that anyway. Let me save you the time. I took all the top leading things that you could do online to actually make money. That actually works. That's actually like a viable option. And I broke down the pros and cons of them all. And without any question, you'll know what's obvious to be the right thing for you. And it might not be the thing that I'm doing. Maybe you'd be better at drop shipping. I don't know. But you'll at least know because I'll go do the work for you. I don't want you to have to go looking around. Sorry, there's so much stuff out there. It's annoying, isn't it? It is. It's how I talk. Like a human that cares. And I'm going to save you the trouble. And you just keep talking about the same thing over and over and over and over again. Elon Musk, still to this day, almost every video you watch of his, he's saying the same things all the time. He just talks about these same things all the time. It seems like it's not. It seems like they're doing this crazy big thing. It's just the same boring thing over and over and over again. Over and over. That's all it is. This company has been making this shirt forever. They found out what works, and they just keep making it. Sometimes it's got lines on it. Sometimes, the buttons are different color. It's the same shirt, same pattern forever. Okay? This is it. So when you go create a video, quit thinking about length of time unless you have to. I only get a minute, or it has to be this. Then you can think about time. Other than that, I don't worry about it. Get it out. Do it.
It doesn't matter on TikTok either if it's the time.
Don't worry about it right now.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So can you explain to me like a 5-year-old more about the consideration stage, like how it works? What would you say? Like,
What about this in the how it works part? Are you having trouble understanding? Like, what about the how-to part?
I just want some more like examples of like how it works. Like we post content, we post videos on social media, we build our email list.
If you heard me say, all you gotta do is post content and build your email list. If you have no clue about this, you still have no clue.
So the copy paste post videos are not the how-to code, how it works.
So when you think about this, I think about more of like what to do, not how to do the intricacies. That's where they buy the program. That's where they get involved, right? So I'm always thinking like, it's like how it works. Okay, how it works. I'm doing a video of how it works. I define the pain, and then in all these videos, if I'm doing a define the pain, I say now that you've watched this, go watch other videos on my channel where I talk about how it works and your other options. You just say that so they go looking. And if you're doing this, they're going to be there and they'll find them. Okay. So, but when I do that, so now that you understand the problem, you're probably going, well, that's great. This sucks. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. I was kind of having a good day, If you feel like that, you're probably like, okay, well, yeah, that's great and all. And even if it does work like that, could I actually do it? I totally understand how you feel. Listen, go watch this next video and it shows you how it works. Okay, it's pinned at the top of my page. You can just say that, or find the other videos on my page. What's that next video? Well, you're probably wondering, well, how do I do it? Okay, well, I'm going to take you through a day in the life of me and what I do to grow my business every day. And maybe after watching that, you'll say, I never want to hear about this ever again. Or you might be so intrigued that maybe you'll ask me a question down in the comments about it. Or maybe you'll email me, or maybe you'll jump on my workshop that I'm doing next week at 1:00. And then I go into what I do. What do you actually do? Okay. What does that look like? What's the truth? And you take them through it.
Post videos on social media.
Okay. You post videos on social media, that's it?
Yeah, and then
How do you do that?
how do I do that?
Yeah.
Like how do I post videos?
Yeah.
I record video. I put on I copy my paste titles.
Yeah, so that's the weeds. I'm like,
Yeah.
every day I shoot a video, and I just shoot all my videos in one day, so I don't have to work that much every day. So on Wednesday, I'll just create all my videos, and then I try to create 9 videos or 12 videos. They're only like 10 minutes long, so it's like 2 hours of actual stuff. And that way, the whole month, because I post 3 videos a week. That's the video that you're watching right now is one of those videos. I do that all the time. I love that line, because then they're like, "Oh shit, I'm actually like this works." Have you ever been driving down the highway and you see like the billboards and it's like people look at these signs and then it's like, to advertise here, go to www.com. And you're like, you got me.
Yeah.
Or have
The ones on the seats on the way. And
Yeah. They call it anti-marketing. It's like a whole thing, right? It's like, so it's like,
You look.
yeah, people actually read these signs, don't they? If you'd like to advertise here, it's like the proof is right. It's happening to you.
Doing it.
Okay. So when I do these videos, I'm like, I create 3 videos a week. There's a structure for it. This program shows me how to do it.
A day.
Yeah. And I don't want to waste your time with that now, because if you don't want to do it, then I just would waste your time. If you want to learn more about it, obviously you can hit me up, whatever. Okay. But I do 3 videos a week, and I just kind of like do it all at once, so I have more time and I can like not worry about it so much. So I record 12 videos, because that's a whole month's worth of content in one day. So imagine that. You wouldn't have to work the rest of the days. You could just think about the next month of content that you're going to create. And from there, you can just, what would you do with all that time, So that's what I do. I create videos, like the one you're watching right now. And then I have a product that actually helps people be really, really good at this stuff. It shows them what to do. It breaks down how to be an online entrepreneur. And it's very simple. It's got support. It's got all that stuff. Okay. If you want to learn more about it, message me down below. You can go here, you can go there.
You don't get more into like what happens after you post the video. Like someone finds talk about that.
No.
The customer.
If they have a question about it, I would.
Say I post videos.
If you have any questions about what I just said, because I don't want to go too deep into it, I don't want to waste a bunch of your time. Hit me up.
Details are.
That's where you get the engagement. If you don't ask me a question about something you don't know, how are you going to get the answer? Why wouldn't you ask me the question? This is how you get engagement. If you want engagement, ask more questions. Real questions. Okay? Don't just put like, hey, put purple down in the comments if you want to make money.
This doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Let me know.
What about what I just said doesn't make sense to you? Let me know down in the comments. I'll answer every question that's down in the comments. Okay, I got you. I'm here to help you. They-
So where do you talk about, I mean, like what is it or what's the product or
You don't.
just to resale rights, anything like that? Where, I mean, I'm not quite understanding how it works. How's that gonna attract them into?
So
All I do is I'm like, get the Freedom Postal Blueprint.
yeah,
Then get access to the Freedom Postal Blueprint that's created 109 6-figure earners in 19 self-paid millionaires in South Africa ran through their community to 50,000. I'm gonna give you the blueprint for free. That's exactly how it happens.
Okay.
how it works video could be.
Somebody asked me the other day on my live if I've ever heard of the Legacy Builders program.
That's hilarious.
She's a founder. She's a founder. But see, that's what I'm saying. I market to get in my email.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I would screenshot.
Telling.
I swear. I would.
I'll people are, it's the guy talking along with it.
I'll do that to figure out.
Have you ever heard the Legacy Builder program?
Hey, ChatGPT. A lot of people want to make money online and they look at this Legacy Builder program from the digital growth community founded by Michelle O'Neill. If you do that, it really targets in and it'll go read the page and do everything. What are some questions that they would have about how this works that I could answer in a 4-minute video without giving away the thing that would make them want to go get the blueprint to get all the details? And then improve this prompt.
Oh, man.
But something that is
Not
fun,
asking
people don't buy
that question.
because it's a program or product or service, they buy because of people buy.
If every question that you ever had, if I had the answer to it, I would become pretty valuable to you after a while. That's why people go back to Google all the time, right?
Mhm.
So be the answer to their question all the time.
So how does your story fit into all of this?
As you're doing this stuff, you're giving them bits and pieces of your story. Okay, like if I'm defining the problem, I'm talking about my story. How do you even know why are you even talking about defining the problem? I get it. Listen, I did the same thing, man. I had an agency. I did this whole thing. And I had to figure out a way out of it. And that's why I'm sharing this with you, because I know the pain. I get it. I empathize with you. I'll sit in a boat with you, on the log with you. I get it. That's why I'm doing this. Like, it was a pain that I had, probably like you're experiencing. Now they know a little bit about that. It's like little nuggets at a time. Like Love Island. By the end of the Love Island, you know all about them. But in the episode 1, you don't. Right? You hear little bits and pieces. Just like all of us. I don't know everything about all of you. I just know little bits. I didn't know you doubled your set. I didn't know you're doing a treat. Like, you just learn little pieces like that. None of you have ever come up to me like, Mike, I was born and then, like that's, you just get little pieces each time they come talk to you. And some people you want to talk to more, some people you don't. So that's, so yeah. Because we got to beat you against that.
We came back and won last.
We did. Well, they're trying to say that they're going to win this time. So
But
Well, you guys said.
Hey, I figured it out when I started exercising last night.
so the decision stage, you're just comparing the other opportunities.
yeah, it's like, because they're gonna. People just want to not get hurt.
Yep, I can say it.
They want to be safe.
That's what I've been doing, man. Because I stand out. Like, I was so scared for all that.
You gotta do whatever it takes.
Hey, it ended up coming back when and we were up behind tree band.
Yeah, we got a big feat. Awesome.
The other thing you can do. The other thing you can do in this down here is you can also think of like demo. You can also think of testimonials. Okay. You could just straight up do a testimonial. Okay.
I think I'm clear with the A and I'm very clear with the T. It's like that C, I understand what you said. I know what you're saying. I don't just feel it. But that's okay.
Go do this, right?
So, what's that?
We're supposed to go do all three of those now?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want you to like,
I know.
you know, just
thinking.
yeah, just do it. Like if you totally bomb it and it sucks, then okay, great.
The awareness came down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lots of people considering, but then they don't convert. So that's my weak link.
Yeah, because you get them all understanding their pain and then they go try to solve their problem somewhere else because they're not getting that information from you.
Right.
And listen, I want you to understand something. Like, forget about time. Okay. We all have this thing in our mind about like, you know, microwave and fast and all this stuff. When you have a problem, you will lay in bed and you will read 3 hours of articles trying to figure out why you got a lump in your leg. When you have a problem, you can't get enough information until you get the answer. So,
It's true.
so my video sales letter when I was doing the martial arts thing was 3.5 hours. And they would sit through and watch it a little bit. Then because I could see on Wistia when they'd come back, because it changes the colors when they keep repeating. And they would watch a little bit more. And it was funny. The times was like in the morning, at lunch, in the evening when they were traveling. And they would finally get through it. And then the conversions would happen. And I knew after time, it was like, yeah, about 14 days into my email list, they would go back and watch enough. That was conversion days. It was like after about 14 days of being on the list, I knew, you know, here was paydays. Okay. So don't worry about time. Worry about being like quality. Okay. Get good information. Like worry about being helpful. Worry about being there. Right. Worry about making sure that you are helping them truly.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to just care about them. Like really truly care about them. Because if you do, they will care back. You know, they will be like, they will sense it. And what's beautiful is you every time you care, that care video stays out there. You know, you can do the work once and it keeps working for you. And then that compounds after time. You can tell like when somebody keeps caring over and over and over again, it's like the reciprocity is the most powerful thing there is. If every day I walked up to Harold and I gave him $100 every day for 90 days and I didn't say a word, if I didn't say a word, after a while, you would feel like you need to do something back for me. When my grandma sends me a dang birthday card and I forgot about everything, she sends it to me. I feel obligated to call her and thank her. It's that reciprocity factor. When somebody does something so helpful for you, you know, instead of giving them $100 cash, that would be nothing compared to showing them how to make $100,000 a month cash. What's the value of learning something like that? And you can just give that away, right? Because you're learning it here, you can go share it. Okay. Everything that I was learning, like this kind of stuff, I didn't care. I turned around and started trying to teach it and share it. Why wouldn't you? Like, how many of you learned something? If you turn around and tell your friend about it, you just got smarter about it. Like teachers learn just like the students, right? Okay. So it's to me, the teacher learns even better. I always, when I was like learning tons of stuff and I was like really trying to break through and figure this out and get that, every time I'd learn something, I'd try to turn around and teach it right away. I would try to go just teach it in a video. I can't tell you how many videos I had that in. Yeah, it just helps me. Like I would just teach it on a video, and a lot of times I wouldn't post that. I have so many videos I never post. I just did it to get it out of me, to practice. You have pro athletes that have to do thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of reps, and then we get pissed off and we don't make a bunch of money. We've never done videos before. We've made 100 videos, and we're like, it's not working. You should do 1,000 videos in each category before you even consider even thinking about it working.
Or quitting.
Yeah, like, I mean, why is it that like, you know, a professional athlete or anybody that gets paid outsized returns, we're talking like 1% income, which is what you all want. You guys want top 5, 1% income in the world out of billions of people. You want top 1% and 5% income, and you don't think you have to practice and put in reps. I'm not saying you don't think that, but our mind gets weird because we're like, well, Sally Sue joined and she made $40 bazillion. She's never done this before. Well, LeBron James was 18 and got $1 million contract right out of high school in the NBA. Good for him. Good for him. That's not normal. I don't know another story like that. So don't compare yourself to some anomaly out there. Like Tiger Woods, still to this day, he's like, when I go to a golf tournament, I mean, he's like, you know, I just said his name. He's so important in that space. Everybody knows who he is in here, even if you don't do golf, right? He's a billionaire. Okay. I don't care about the guy other than just what I'm talking about here. Okay. Wish him well, whatever. Okay. But he's still to this day considered the best there is. He says before every tournament, he'll go shoot 1,000 of every shot before every game.
Right.
And we're like, well, I'm doing videos and they're not working. And I don't even know how to like look at it or anything and stuff. Like,
Didn't Michael Jordan, after practice, after
Yeah.
workouts, everything, he would stay on the court till he made 500 shots.
Jackie Stiles grew up like right by us. Like, I watched her play basketball in high school. Like, she was at the same age period as me. She would get to the gym every morning in this tiny little town. They gave her the keys to the gym, and her dad at like 6 a.m. every day, she, whatever it was, okay, super early in the morning before school, her dad would make her shoot 1,000 shots from like 5 or 6 different spots on the floor. She went to the WNBA. She, you know, or I said her name today, right now. But she did all these reps. I've done thousands of videos, and I'm still not that good in my eyes, right? Like, so it's just give yourself some grace and be willing to put in the reps. I create so many videos that never make it to public. I'm like, but I learned something from them. I learned something from those reps. Like, give yourself a break a little bit. Like, don't be so like, why isn't this working for me? It's just like, I haven't done enough reps. It works. This is already true. This isn't like a question, does this work or not? Okay. You're here.
The hard part is the grace that I give myself is, I'll get to it tomorrow.
Yeah. The amazing thing that is so amazing.
And that's not the
Yeah.
grace that I need to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Is
Well-
non-negotiable.
Correct.
Maybe that's, you know, not quite exactly the same way to define like, you know, that, but just, you know, it takes some reps. Now, there's two kinds of people out there. There's this person, okay? There's this person. And then there's this person. Who gets better faster?
Second one.
Okay, this is just physics. You can take this and do whatever you want with it. Okay? This just happens faster. It's harder though. Huh?
If the person up above is being very intentional about what they're practicing, and they could get better faster than the one that isn't being intentional and doing more.
Out of 1,000 times, which one would more likely be faster?
Probably the 1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that's doing
The second one.
faster.
These are the kind of things I want to think about, not the anomaly.
Okay,
Okay? Let's not think about the anomaly.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good. This is a good thing though. There's nothing wrong with what you said because you're right. But we're talking about an anomaly versus what's typical. Let's focus on like the typical worst case scenario. Okay, you know what I mean? Like,
Thinking it.
yeah.
And for what
Yep.
I'm gonna put in the video.
And we all do. Yeah, this is all normal. Like, I wasn't reading the script up here. I had a little bit of a structure, thank goodness, you know. Okay, but you know, at the end of the day, like, I don't need any of this to like know this stuff, right? It's just reps. It's just time. It's like I can't even tell you how many times I've drawn a funnel or this. Like, it's insane. Like, so, but another thing that I want you to think about, okay? This is like, I do this all the time. Like, I've probably done it several times today. For some odd reason, okay, every single one of you right now is talking to yourself in your head right now. You are judging things. You are determining things. You are trying to understand things. It's all happening right now in this very, very moment. And for some odd reason, you get to say whatever you want to yourself. And for some odd reason, we talked about this the other day, you decide to talk shit on yourself. You decide to talk trash on yourself. You can say anything you want about yourself, and you decide to say bad things about yourself. What if you said good things, even if they weren't true about yourself? To me, I look way better than I actually look. But, so, you know, this is
Hot man.
yeah, it's like, or I can walk around and be like, man, you just look like crap. Like, you got no shot. Like, but people will do this. Oh, I've got this, you know, this mole here in my eyes a little, you know, or whatever. Like, okay, who cares? Do you think like in nature, some starfish rolls up to another starfish is like, you are look at you, you are just ugly. Like, no, they're just like, they don't do that. But for some odd reason, we do that. I don't know. I mean, but I mean, all I'm trying to say is like, why on earth, of all things that you could say to yourself, you decided to talk trash on yourself. And I'll never forget.
If somebody does it to us.
Yeah. So I was just getting into that. So Jeff Olson said something, The Tethered Soul, or some book about the tethered soul. But anyway, the point of that he brought out of this book is a book he said, and this guy, super successful. He said, I finally, and this guy's like, I don't know, late 50s at this time, maybe 60s, whatever. He goes, I finally, and he's built big businesses, like very credible guy, like very strong guy. Okay. He says, I finally got this person in the car front seat to me to shut up. He goes, think about this. If you're driving down the road, you just got a person beside you the whole time, and they're saying all this stuff to you that you're saying to yourself. They're sitting over there, man, you screwed that up. Like, how could you do that? Like, you suck at this. Like, you will never figure this out. How long would you put up with a person sitting beside you in a car like that? I'd be like, listen, 60 miles an hour. I'm like, enough, a freaking enough. And yet you do this to yourself.
Enough.
Think about the next time you're sitting there, poor pitiful me.
Enough.
Oh my gosh, my life's ending. All this, you suck at this. Oh my God, you should be skinny, you should be tall, you should be all this stuff. Should have been more stuff. I should have started, but all this stuff is chatter that is meaningless, that you're making up, that you're diving into, that you're digging into. Think about that as somebody sitting beside you next time saying that to you. And then just say to yourself, like, how silly is this? I'm even talking to myself about this. But that's what we do.
Yeah.
I do it too, all the time. I'm like, Mike, remember the thing you said to everybody else? Take your own life. Like, dude, shut up. Like, why are you, stop. You're not that bad, okay? You're a good guy. You're great. You're awesome. Whatever. Because it does. Your brain don't know. It's just like, okay. It doesn't know right from, it's like, okay. All right. It just listens to it. Okay. Like, think about that next time. Because that's, as soon as you crap yourself out and you talk about all this stuff about yourself, you're toast.
Yeah.
You're going to go help somebody.
No.
You just talk trash on yourself for the last 30 minutes in the car. Like, yeah, go make a video. I just can't get myself to make videos. God, I don't know if I could do it's like, hey, read this to the camera and post it. You know what I'm saying? That's just read this to the camera and post it. And then which one did better, do more. Master the mundane. Okay. Like, that's what you got to do.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can I ask you to give me the password for the Wi-Fi?
Here, I'll
Something with you guys.
let me put it on the board.
I thought about you. My granddaughters are here and my daughter's here. Some of her friends are here that she went to school with, so they're like, they've known each other for 15 years. I'm walking out from there, walking down, and they look at me, and it was in the house, and dreams do come true. It's cool to see it happen.
Wow.
That was like what you said though, about I gotta prove my kids that dreams do come true.
It's cool.
It wasn't nice home, wasn't this, it's like, dreams do come true. Look, it happens. It is, it's that example. Yep. It's like,
Yeah.
that's what you wanna show up for, not for the pain, just the example that you can do that, because now they, which one, and hopefully give them that hope that if they try something,
What is it?
and it doesn't work, they keep stopping you, because this is the great example that dreams do.
7:58.
758 BC EX.
Not the
Hey.
So just my football coach used to always say, like, halftime we'd be down. And we were pretty good in football. Like, so when we got down, it sucked because we had this like we were we were the good team, and if like we were getting beat, it was like, it meant a lot. Like, we were undefeated and stuff like that. I'll never forget this guy at halftime. It was the first time we were down at halftime for the whole season ever. Okay. And it was halftime. Everybody goes to the goalpost at the end, and the coach, like, you sit in a circle, and the coach tells you, get you pumped up, whatever. Everybody was just turned around, and they're staring at the scoreboard. And he grabs this one kid, and he's like, right in his face. He's like, you can't change the scoreboard looking at the scoreboard. It's what you do out on the field that changes that number. So he goes, why don't we focus on the action instead of the scoreboard? Fall in love with the action, and the scoreboard will change without any question. That's all we got to do. Don't look at the scoreboard. Look at the action. Like, fall in love with the activities, because it's the only thing that actually moves the needle. You can ponder, you can chat GPT, you can sit there all day and pump yourself up or whatever, but if you don't do something, okay? So fall in love with the activities, and just, you won't have to even look at the scoreboard. It'll be there. People will be telling you the score. Okay? That's it. And if you're all crappy, like, I remember it was a Darren Kidd or something said like this. He's like, every time I had to make a call, he goes, he had to do this like uncomfortable action, like, sit down and record a video or something like that in this case. Okay. So he had to make cold calls. This is an MLM. All right. And he was talking about, because in MLM, they're like, you need to call 20 people. Blah, blah, blah. So he was telling that story to try to get his job. And he's like, every time I'd go to pick up that phone, I'd start fidgeting. He goes, I'd straighten up all this. I'd make sure all the paper clips were this way. I would straighten the desk, because it was a feeling of like something control. I'm doing something. You gotta act your way into the feeling. You're not gonna feel your way into action. Just like, that sucked, but now I'm in motion and I can do it again. And we do this. Like, I'll shoot a video, I'm like, that sucked, but now I'm like in it. Let's do another one. Like, hit record again. Let's go. And I tell them all the time, even when I'm not ready, just hit record. Or I'll just press record and I'll be like, all right. I don't like wait till I feel a certain way. I never feel a certain way. Ever. I do. I'll sit there and I'll ribble, rabble, blah, 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 and I'm like, okay, I can just cut that out. It doesn't matter. Like, let's get to the point. Like, let's do it. Like, let's go. That's it. Like, just remember, like, I'm not going to feel my way into action. I'm going to act my way into a feeling. This is true. You'll find that bucket that had the trash in it that you put in the garage 3 years ago, you'll be getting ready to do a video like, oh, I need to take that bucket and get rid of that. Like, you'll do these wild things. I need to straighten out this. I need to do this. You'll find everything that's, like, to distract you from it, because all it is you're getting uncomfortable. And it's the people that can get uncomfortable for the longest periods of time and actually do it that have the stuff. It's true. I'm setting aside you. Okay. We all have this. We all have this. Okay. I'm not talking at you. Okay. With you. So act our way, fall in love with the activities. I love what Elon Musk says. I'm just trying to be less wrong every day. I'm just trying to be less wrong every day. I'm just trying to be, like, not in a bad way wrong, but like, I'm just trying to suck less every day. And suck is not a bad thing. It's just like, I just don't know, because I haven't done it. I haven't done enough reps. I haven't done enough reps.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to be wrong, you'll never be right.
Yeah.
That's the
And-
purpose of tests and things blowing up.
Yes. Engineering 101. Like, I mean, test it. Where's it break? Oh, that many poundage? Okay, let's support it. Yeah. Okay. That's this. Put a bunch out there. Do the best you can to put your first, I like to work in sets of 20. Okay. Why? I don't know. I just 20. Okay. Do 20. Put them out there. See what happens. The ones that suck, I just delete them. Yeah, but TikTok says if you delete, if YouTube and if you do this, whatever.
You can
Let's-
ever make
let's-
private.
Yeah, just make them whatever. Like, the point, the fundamental truth is you have to be seen.
Yes.
Right.
You have to be seen. People have to click it and watch it. If they do that, more people will come. They will, because the algorithm will push it. That's it. That's all they want.
If you build it.
Every single algorithm out there, we could go into all this, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, every single social media site, every place, every one of them, all of them, they want you to click on things, and they want you to spend a lot of time so they can serve you ads. End of story. That's how it works. That's what it is. Understand that. The longer you can get somebody to stay on, and the more videos you can get them to click on, the more they're going to give you free advertising. Okay? The more they'll push you out. And they'll push you out to the people that were clicking and staying on there the longest. Okay? That's it. Don't think about nothing else with that stuff. Okay, if the video's bad, unlist it, make it private. Do another 20.
Yeah, but that might be your definition of bad, and somebody else might think it's great.
That's right.
Say somebody you like,
Yeah.
you never know.
Or, for me, I'm just like, whichever ones did the best, that's it.
We who else not there, doesn't matter.
I mean, that's it. Like, do more of what works.
Not
I pressed this button and $100 came out. I pressed this button, nothing came out. What should I do?
That's neither.
Right? Okay.
All right, please ready to create some content?
Yep.
This.
So what we'll do is, you guys can go create those videos, Mike is gonna start working on editing the final, pages for you, and then, I can get those rooms set up for them to interview. We'll get those rooms set up, one in the theater room downstairs, and then one in here, so you guys can use that. And interview people, and then we'll start in the office and stuff.
Do you want to say anything to the people on Zoom? Oh, that's over. Okay.
Just let them know that we're gonna do that, Google Doc.